Hey everyone, so I stumbled upon this really interesting interaction recently, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So this is a debate that Ted Cruz and Bernie Sanders had about 2 years ago, and it was regarding tax reform. Really interesting debate. But during the debate, they had like a Q&A session where people could come up and ask questions. And one guy was a Danish citizen, and he had a question for Bernie Sanders, and Bernie basically just used that as an opportunity to like pick the guy's brain regarding different aspects of Denmark. And it was really cool. But then, the guy asks this question and then he leaves. And so later in the debate, Ted Cruz starts talking about, like the problems with socialized medicine, and he starts talking about Europe and Denmark and saying that, like, well, people think that free healthcare is good, but when you start talking about wait times and the quality of care, it's actually really not so good. So while Ted Cruz is giving his spiel, Bernie Sanders motions to the moderators, and he's like, hey, bring the Danish guy back up, and they do. And this next part is really cool. I really enjoy it, so I'm just going to share it with you guys, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it.
We had opportunity for everybody. Now, you heard his remarks about you're with the Peterson Institute, which is a conservative group. So I'm talking to somebody who's a conservative. All right. How bad is and I don't know the answer. You tell me. Is the Danish healthcare system also terrible?
No, I mean, I think the general characterization of sort of waiting lists across the board is vastly incorrect. And I'll give you the example of my mother, who is hospitalized with cancer. She was treated, in a matter of 1 or 2 days. And this is true on a number of issues. So the demonization of healthcare systems in Europe is just not true.
I love that so much. And I love it. And even it seemed like Bernie Sanders really enjoyed it too. Is that this is a conservative guy from Denmark. This is not, some super progressive guy. This is a conservative. This is like a right-wing guy in Denmark. Even he is like, oh, no, yeah, our healthcare system's actually really good. My mom, she had cancer, she got treated in like a day or two. That's incredible. And this is the truth. This is what we're always talking about. Because this conservative talking point that like, oh, with socialized medicine, you have to ration care. Every system rations care. Our system rations care. There's a limited amount of care. That's how it works. The question is, how are you going to ration it? Here, we ration it based on the size of your wallet. In Denmark and the rest of the developed world, they ration it based on need. And now some countries do it better than others. I happen to think that Denmark does it exceptionally well. But this is largely the case with socialized medicine. And I mean, we got some proof of it right here. A guy from Denmark that came here to actually question Bernie Sanders, like his point, like because his question, like because they had different people asking different questions, and like it was obvious that like some of the people were supposed to be asking antagonistic questions toward Bernie, and some of the people were supposed to be asking antagonistic questions toward Ted Cruz. And so this was a guy that did not come as an ally of Bernie Sanders. He came to question like the things that Bernie Sanders was saying regarding taxes. I believe his question was like, oh, you want to spend like you're Danish, but you don't want to tax like it. This was before Bernie had really kind of just owned the fact that like to have like something like single payer healthcare, you will have to raise taxes for everybody, but people will be paying less from healthcare, so it's like a net cut in what people will be paying. But regardless, this is kind of before Bernie really owned that, and not that he was like being insincere about it, but he just wasn't super upfront about it. So that was that guy's question, but he didn't, like I said, he didn't come as an ally, but that's just because he didn't have to come as an ally. This is just this guy's lived experience as a Danish person. And this is not just true for Denmark. This is true for Norway. This is true for Sweden. This is true for the rest of Europe. This is probably true for large portions of Canada. This is true for Australia, New Zealand, everywhere. And so I really, really enjoy this. I love if you guys got to see some of the interactions. And I will point out, the moderators, not on Bernie's side at this, because like I said, they literally right after this guy comes up, they like bring up like a graphic, like it did not seem like it was planned, about how Denmark, they pay like higher taxes, like I think a larger portion of their GDP has to do with that, something like that. But they were not on his side. This is with CNN, this is like, oh, these are supposed to be left-wing people, but just Bernie knocks it out of the park the whole debate. Really, really smart. Such good political instincts, using like something that he didn't even know he was going to have. But he's just so confident in what he believes. Like he said, he's like, I don't know what you're going to say. But he just knows. He knows that this is the right way. He knew, he was so confident that you could ask this guy, and that he would, say what he was hoping he would say. And I love that. And I'm devastated that Bernie isn't going to be the nominee, and we just got to make the best of what we can, but we can still enjoy these beautiful moments like this, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you disagreed with anything I said, please leave a comment down below, but if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and have a great day.